CSU undergraduate student in the history department, interning with the CSU Extension Office. Today I'm interviewing Alexzee and Zeneray and their mother, Dr. Questen, who are a part of the 2020 Meeker Mustang Makeover. And to start, I just have a couple of background questions. So what are you guys' dream jobs, and how long have you been working with horses?
So Alexzee will answer first.
I want to be an intellectual property lawyer, and we've had horses and been working with them since before I was born, so forever.
See yourself.
I want to be a judge. I don't know what kind of judge, but and we've been working with horses since before I was born.
That's awesome. So describe an experience you've had with horses that you've been particularly successful or proud of the work you've accomplished.
I am feeling very successful when I was trotting with my horse, and she was calm and relaxed, and she had her head down. She didn't have her head up and like, please don't hurt me. She was very relaxed and just a moment, which I thought was very wonderful.
Awesome.
And her horse is an off-track thoroughbred, so we were not quite sure what what that was going to be like when we got her. So a lot of our horses are sort of racetrack rejects, and sometimes they can be a handful. But Zen is actually seems to be quite gifted at building good relationships with those horses and helping them to stay calm and focused and centered and safe. And so, I would say even better is that we had, we have one thoroughbred who's about 15 years old, and he's always had serious issues as far as overreacting, and it's just really hard to handle because you just never know what he's going to do at any time. And she's actually like the only person that he really tolerates being ridden by, because she's small and not threatening, and also she's very limber. So if he starts to cause issues, she just climbs down really quick. And she's been doing that successfully for a couple of years now, which has been kind of remarkable to watch, that this horse that has had all this other training is actually best with her.
And for me, the thing I'm most proudest of, because I have bad English, I got a halter on Caesar, our Mustang, in the third day that we had him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really fast.
Yeah, he is so well behaved. He's perfect.
Yeah, he's really, we feel really lucky that he's we got a good personality in him. He is very, very easy to get along with.
So outside of working with horses, how have they impacted your life, and what have you learned from them?
What I've learned from them is that
Try to be patient.
Yeah, you gotta be patient, and sometimes they don't always want to do what you want to do, so you just have to take that in and just deal with it.
And they're entitled to their opinion, and it may not be what you like, but you have to deal with it.
Yeah, and how they've impacted my life is
we moved into a different house so we could get more horses.
Yeah.
So what are your future goals with horses?
One of my future goals that I want to do is I want to be able to canter, and that every horse that I come by won't be threatened by me, and will be calm, safe, and happy.
Awesome.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing. Just that I can maybe take my horse Sugar, who's a quarter horse that worked on a ranch for a while, take her on trail rides without her. I mean, she's perfect. So, but
yeah.
I'm the one that's spooky about that.
Awesome. So now I'll kind of move into some questions more about the Meeker Mustang Makeover directly. So why did you guys decide to join the Meeker Mustang Makeover?
because we heard about it and we thought it was a really cool thing to do, and it was all for a good cause. And
yeah, my main thing was it was for a good cause, and the horses are not gonna get slaughtered after it, and not gonna be sent to anywhere bad. So I just thought it would be really good to save a horse's life.
That's awesome. What has your guys' favorite parts been so far?
The first time we let him around in his stall area, because it's 2 stalls put together, and so it's bigger, and he's just so sweet and polite, and he never really throws his ears back or anything, and he got the knack of halter training and leading like real quick, and then he's like, I want to go where the big horses go. Let's go outside, come on.
And with me, it was really when we, for the first time, were able to actually lead him outside. And he was spooked a little bit, but we got him to the place we were trying to get him to without, like, if he ripped the lead rope out of our hand, just going and putting him back, and then he learns that. Actually try it again and again, and then finally get to where we would like to go. Yeah.
That's awesome. So kind of on the opposite side of things, do you guys have any challenges that you've come across, and how have you handled them?
The most challenging thing is he's upset when we put him back in his enclosure. And also he likes to play with the, we clean his stall and we have a little bucket that we put the poop in. He likes to play with it and try to eat other horses' poop. That's like the worst thing that he does.
The most challenging thing for me is when I go into his stall sometimes, I always have to watch my back more than ever, because you don't know if he's gonna kick you or bite you.
Because he's never done anything like that.
But he's just always kind of like been behind me.
Yeah.
So I'm like a little like, what are you gonna do to me?
Yeah. You hope to accomplish by participating in the Meeker Mustang Makeover?
I hope that we can help train him to be a really good baby, because he's perfect already. Like, he'll already lift his feet up for you. And I hope that whoever may get him after us won't have to go through a bunch of work for training him, and he'll already have good values put in, and so that way he won't have problems later in life and maybe be given up or something. He'll always have a good life because he's a good horse.
So the last question I have is, what elements do you think what elements do you think are important to consider with regards to wild horses, such as like feed, care, and housing?
I'll comment on that. I would say the one comment is that we didn't really anticipate, that has not been a big issue, but definitely something that I wish I had thought more about. You know, they were very meticulous with us, the BLM, about the height of the enclosure and the walls and all of that. But so we put him into like the end of a barn where he has 2 box stalls in the aisleway, so he has quite a bit of room where he can maneuver. But the problem is there's no fencing at all that connects that barn to any arena. And yeah, so it was very challenging for us to safely get him from the barn area to an area where we can start working on obstacle courses and stuff like that, like we've done, because, I would just say that's something for people to think about, is having a fenced way to get them from their enclosure to wherever you're going to work with them. That's probably been that was probably the most eye-opening for me, because, they're wild and you don't know what they're going to really do. And so having that was probably would be helpful for other people. I think he's beyond that now. I think we've overcome that obstacle. But luckily he's a good horse. If he was not, we could have had some serious problems, I think, with that transitioning to try to get him to some place where we can actually get some work done. Yeah.
Thanks for chatting with me, and good luck with the rest of the training, and I look forward to seeing the results in September.
Awesome. Well, thanks for interviewing us. Thank you.